Yo, what's up, y'all? We are back with another episode of customer service. This is a really special one for me. This is my OG Opie. He passed away, unfortunately. He left us. Guy called him home. And before he did, he gave me a crazy story, okay? Opie is one of the most funniest and best storytellers I've ever met in my life. Sharp barber, great father, great husband, just all around great dude. And he left us with this story. This is truly one of the craziest customer service stories I've ever heard in my life. Stay tuned. Let me know what you think about it. Rest in peace, Ope.
Okay, so it was a Saturday, I believe, and typical Saturday, and I started cutting this one guy, and I seen he was a little agitated, but I didn't pay no mind, But then he started talking crazy right when I started cutting him. He started talking crazy, talking about some Obama is a body double, and there's a lot of body doubles out here, and he hearing voices. He talking real crazy. And he was talking to my customers, like kind of preaching it. So I told him, I said, hey, listen, man, if you can keep those thoughts to yourself, I don't really want you talking about how Obama is a body double and stuff like that. And he told me, say, hey, man, I can say what I want to say. It's my mouth, it's free speech. And I told him, I said, listen, man, if you're going to continue to talk that way, bro, I can't cut you, man. I mean, come on. And he said, hey, man, well, take this thing off, man. I don't need to get no cut, but I'm going to say what I want to say. So I took it off of him. I said, all right, man, you got to go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead and leave. And he decided to go ahead and keep preaching to the customers about these weird thoughts that he was having. So I said, now, man, you got to go. You got to leave the shop, man. You got to get out. And he said, hey, man, I've been put out of better places than this in my life. So I said, hey, man, all right, go ahead and leave. So he stormed out, and he slammed my door. Boom. So when I went to go grab him, my man Craig, that works here with me, he grabbed me and said, no, man, it ain't even worth it, man. Let that dude go. So later on that night, I'm getting texts on my phone like, Brother Opie, some guys on Facebook threatening you. I'm like, threatening me? Who? He said he had an altercation with you in your barbershop earlier. I said, oh, that dude, no, he was a nut. He was crazy. I'm good. They're like, no, he gangstering you on Facebook. So I go on there to check out what he was saying, and he was like, yeah, it's gonna be some fire at Opie Church on Sunday. I said, my church? Because he kind of knew where I go to church at, because I was talking about where I go. So he said, it's going to be fire at Opie Church. So they're like, yo, Ope, it's going to be fire. He said it's going to be fire. I said, man, that nigga crazy, man. He ain't coming over near my shop. Sunday morning, I'm in there, man. I'm fellowshipping with the brothers, and we having some prayer. And the sisters ran up to me in the church like, Brother Opie. There's some guy standing out in front of the church. He ain't letting nobody in until he see you. He like stopping people from coming in. I was like, what? I had on my church shoes. I had my kids with me. I go out there. I said, cuz, what you doing, man? Hey, man, ain't gonna be no church today. Ain't gonna be no church in here today, man. Not today. So I looked around like, this nigga got to be crazy. This all started from the barbershop. So when I approached him, he stood up. He rose up like he was tough. And a couple of the deacons tried to go pray for him. Right? And when they tried to pray for him, he got like real indignant with them. So I just got out of my character. I grabbed him by his collar and I drug him to the curb like, yo, man, get your ass away from my church. And he walked away like, see, this is what Christians do to you. This is what Christians do to you. Then turned around and charged me. And natural instincts kicked in because I ain't had a fight. I'm over 50. I ain't had a fight since 1988. And he charged me, and natural instincts kicked in. I grabbed him, and I suplexed him to the ground. Boom. And then I'm mad now. I got on top of him, and I hit him like 4 good times in his cheeks. Bam, 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 bam. And then the deacons pulled me off of him. And by that time, I done expounded so much energy. I was so tired. My legs were shaking. I couldn't even stand up right. I was completely, it felt like I was like ready to have a heart attack. And then the brothers was like, the brothers tried to step to him. He jumped up and he said, okay, you got that round 2 over here. Round 2. I said, round 2? I ain't got no more rounds in me, brother. And by that time, I was leading up. The fence was holding me up. Them 4 punches that I gave him took all I had. I ain't have nothing left. So I looked at the Deacons like, and I screamed like, yo, get him. Get him. As the fence was holding me up, I'm like, get him. And they all ran over and grabbed him. The first deacon that grabbed him, he two-pieced him. Beat, beat. The head deacon laid him straight out on the ground. His sweater all ripped up. He laying on the ground. And the other young little deacons grabbed him. He was wrestling with them. And then the cops pulled up. I don't know who called the cops. But the cops saved the day. The cop pulled up, grabbed him, threw him up against the car. And while they was dealing with him, he was telling them, yeah, you touching my shit? You touch my dick? He was talking crazy to the cops. But the cops was like, they was like, listen, we got him. And then he looked at the deacon that he knocked out. I was like, see what I did to him? I knocked him the hell out. But then he looked at me and said, the tall bald head one, because I ain't got no hair. The tall bald head one, I want to press charges on him. I need to press charges on him. Because I beat that ass. But I didn't have another second in me. I lost all energy. It ain't nothing like swinging punches. All these old heads talking about what they would do to this young boy. Hey, listen. Fight and take everything out you. You ain't doing nothing if you ain't been training. And I ain't had a fight since 1988. One more second of that, I got my ass beat. Yeah.